Before we dive into today's episode, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, PensionBee. They're a leading online pension provider, making it easier for people, especially single parents like us, to feel confident about saving for retirement. Along with their easy-to-use app, their podcast can also help you build confidence with your personal finances. The Pension Confident podcast is a monthly show covering pensions, ISAs, mortgages, and more. Listen to the Pension Confident podcast wherever you get your podcasts. You can find it on YouTube and in the PensionBee app too. Just remember, as with all investments, your capital is at risk. Thanks again to PensionBee for supporting this episode. Hi, I'm Zoe Desmond, the founder of Frolo, the award-winning app for single parents that features both community and dating modes. And I'm also co-author, along with my wonderful friend Rebecca Cox, that I made through Frolo, of the book How to Be a Happy Single Parent. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Frolo Podcast. Today's episode is a little bit different. I'm flying solo for this one. So you may or may not have seen that we just launched Frolo's very first digital course, the Happy Single Parent course. And the course was inspired by the Frolo community, by hundreds of single parents who shared their real experiences and the biggest challenges they're facing in single parent life. And we took all of that feedback, teamed up with some of the most incredible experts, and built a course with over 40 lessons across 6 modules, covering everything from co-parenting and finances to overwhelm, confidence, and supporting your kids. We cover so much. So I'm really excited that it's going to answer some of the most common pain points for single parents. It's possible to sign up for the whole course or just by module, depending on what you need and what works best for you. And over the coming months, we'll continue to add more modules to ensure that we're covering all important aspects of single parent life. The goal is simple. It's to help single parents move from feeling overwhelmed, isolated, and burnt out to feeling supported, connected, and empowered, and excited about the future. In one of my sessions on the course, I talk all about finding your community, and I go through some of the things that were complete game changers for me and my son. I talk about creating my own support network, and I talk about some of the rituals that are important to us, and I talk about navigating holidays and Christmas. So I wanted to share that lesson with you here today because for me, getting this right was a huge turning point in my single parent journey. So I hope that something in this episode is helpful for you and resonates for you today. And this episode is also a little taster of what you can expect inside the Happy Single Parent course. So if you enjoy this episode, I'd really, really appreciate it if you can leave a quick rating or review for the Frolo podcast, as it really helps us reach and support more single parents. And if you would like to join the course, you can sign up now. Just search Podia and Frolo Happy Single Parent course, or just have a look in the show notes of this episode and you'll find details there. And until the 30th of October, you can use the code FROLOFM to get 20% off the course. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I can't wait to hear what some of you think about the course too. Enjoy. Hi everyone, I'm Zoe Desmond, the founder of Frolo, and welcome to this session on finding your community and building connections. When I became a single parent, my son Billy was 1, and I didn't know any other single parents. I can still remember those weekends, pushing the buggy around and feeling so alone. Everyone else seemed to be out with their families, and I felt like I was on the outside looking in. I didn't want to burden my friends or family with how much I was struggling, and I didn't expect them to understand the reality of what I was navigating. I wanted to look like I had it all together. I didn't want to seem like a victim or have anyone feel sorry for me. But the truth is, I was really struggling and I felt completely isolated. That pain and isolation, that feeling of being on an island, is what led me to create Frolo. I needed connection. I needed to know I wasn't the only one feeling this way. When I started connecting with other single parents through Frolo by making friends on the app and using the meetup section to organize play dates in the park and Frolo dinners and nights out, it was life-changing. It was that moment of, oh my God, you get it. You understand what it's like to be up all night with a sick child and have no one to tag in. You understand what it's like to drop your kids off with your ex and come home to a quiet, empty house. You understand what it's like to be navigating co-parenting, the court process, or just trying to hold it all together. That kind of connection, that Me Too moment, is incredibly powerful. It's grounding, it's healing, and it's the moment you stop feeling like you're on an island. If you're nervous about putting yourself out there or meeting new people, please know that's completely normal. So many single parents feel this way, especially after a breakup or a major life change. You don't have to show up as the most confident version of yourself. You just have to show up as you. That's more than enough. Start small. Reply to a post in the Frolo app or send a message to someone nearby, or join a virtual meetup where you can just listen in, no pressure to speak. Everyone on Frolo is there for the same reason, to connect and to support each other. It's one of the few places where you'll never have to explain yourself. If Frolo isn't available where you are, or you have another way of finding connection and support, do that. One conversation can change so much. One of the things that's made the biggest difference for me and my son, Billy, has been creating little rituals with other single parents. A few of my Frolo friends and I have traditions we've built over the years. Things like a fun back to school dinner every September for the kids, where we mark another school year starting, an annual Halloween party. Even if we don't have our kids that Halloween, if they're with the other parent, we just create Halloween on a different day and get dressed up. A little Frolo Kids Sports Day in the park every summer. We buy little plastic gold medals and give them to the kids and do egg and spoon races. These rituals have become anchors for all of us, for the adults and the kids. They give us something to look forward to laugh about, and to depend on when life gets hectic. They've created what I can honestly call an extended family, people who feel like home. If something happened to any of us, we'd show up for each other. That's what I want for you, to build your version of that. It might start with just one person, but the connection is the start of a community, and you have the power to create that for yourself. As you build your circle, start noticing how different people make you feel. Ask yourself, when I spend time with this person, do I feel seen, supported, and valued? Or do I feel judged, criticized, or dismissed? You are the CEO of your household, and your energy and mental health are precious resources. Protect them. Say no to situations or people that leave you drained or disheartened, and put your effort into the ones who bring you warmth, laughter, and safety. It's really liberating when you start choosing who gets access to your energy. Your time is valuable, and you deserve to spend it with people who make you feel good. And if you've ever felt judged or pitied for being a single parent, please remember this. You're not less than. You're doing something extraordinary, raising a family, often on your own, with courage and strength. That deserves respect, not pity. Let's talk about birthdays, Christmases, and holidays, because these can be tricky for us single parents. There might be years when you don't have your kids on the day itself, and that can feel really hard. But the beautiful thing about single parent life is that you get to redefine what family and celebration looks like. Forget the Hallmark version. You get to design your own traditions. If you don't have your kids on Christmas Day, celebrate on a different day. If you're alone on that day and want to stay in your pajamas with chocolate and movies, do it. If you'd rather sit on a beach with margaritas, do that. Always remember, you're the CEO and creative director of your household. You get to decide what family looks and feels like for you and your kids. And every time you choose what works for you, you're teaching your kids that happiness doesn't have to fit in a mold. Being a single parent will make you stronger and more independent than you ever imagined. You'll learn that you have your own back, and that's an incredible feeling. But try not to let that independence tip into isolation. You can be independent and still lean on your community. You can be strong and still say, I need help. You can be capable and still want connection. It's a delicate balance, learning to enjoy your own company while still letting people in. But connection is what keeps us grounded and well. And if you ever feel like you're back on that island again, just remember you're not alone. There's a whole world of us who get it, and we are here with open arms. If you can, prioritize always having something in your calendar that you're looking forward to. A walk with a friend, a meal out, a trip, or even a duvet day for yourself. Having something to look forward to gives you hope and helps you stay anchored through ups and downs. If you take one thing from this session, let it be this. You are not alone. There's a whole community out there waiting for you. People who get it, who understand, and who will lift you up. Start small, reach out, say yes to that coffee, send that message. One small act of bravery could lead to a lifelong friendship. One of the best things about becoming a single parent for me is realizing that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was, that I fully have my own back, and that there are so many incredible people and connections it's brought into my life that I don't think I ever would have met had I not become a single parent. And I trust that all of that is before you too. And I'm so excited for you to experience it. And that's a wrap for this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, then I have one small favour to ask. Please can you take a minute to subscribe to the Frolo Podcast and give us a rating and review? This really helps other single parents who might benefit from it find us. The Frolo app, which is fully user verified for user safety, is available on the Google Play Store and the App Store, and you can find out more info and download links at www.frolo.com or follow us on Instagram at Frolo app. And you can purchase your copy of our book, How to Be a Happy Single Parent, at all the major book retailers. Until next time, have a great week.